So Cyber Dragons, as with my last video, and I would recommend watching that if you want a little bit more information on how it is that the deck really works. It's less so build your own board and more break your opponents. You use Cyber Dragon Infinity to protect the OTK, and on the second turn you go for the win. So starting out, we have 3 copies of Cyber Dragon. It's a big one, everything revolves around it. It really is a crucial key part of the deck. Next, we've got 3 copies of Cyber Dragon Core. That lets you search out a Cyber Spell Trap on normal summon. Very important, lets you get to Realm, lets you get really any other pieces that you're missing. Cyber Dragon Hers, great, facilitates the Galaxy Soldier 2-card combo. Next, you only really need 1 of. It is good to discard, say, a Cyber Dragon, in that we do have 3. It gives you a summon then. When you summon itself to the field, you can pull the Cyber Dragon back. Chimera there gets us to Power Bond, that's huge. Galaxy Soldier, another means to get to Nova. And then Infinity. And Therion Regulus here is a new inclusion. It's so free in this deck, it's amazing. Just a +1 negate on the board to help protect your OTK. 2 Jizukiru, great removal tool, also works really well with any of the Cyber Dragon monsters, because you can contact fuse it away for Fortress. Also, you can do a similar thing with Anima. And 3 copies of Ash Blossom there to round it off. Spells, we have 3 copies of Machine Duplication. Really good, that is kind of the way that I've built this deck around Machine Dupe. It works on any of the small monsters because their name on the field is effectively Cyber Dragon, so you can summon out 2 level 5s, again for Nova and Infinity. Cyber Emergency gets us to Core, or gets Hers in the hand if you need to get the other piece for the Galaxy Soldier 2 card. The one-off Cyber Spell Traps, we've got Cyber Repair Plant, Rev System, Cyberload Fusion I run over Overload because it is searchable, and of course Cyber Dark Realm, which is massive in this deck. Along with Realm, of course, 2 copies of Power Bond. It kind of is the end play, right? You make all the plays you need, use up all your Cyber Dragons into the grave, and then Realm gets us to Chimera, gets us to Power Bond, and we can use those materials we've already used once in the graveyard again for the boss monster. 3 copies to Raigeki does facilitate the removal that is so crucial to the deck. 1 Duster, same again, there is more removal, and there is limited back row removal within the deck. Change of Hearts, called by the grave, and of course for the traps, Cybernetic Overflow, and 2 copies of Infinite Impermanence. Now it's mostly the same here as it was in my last one. There are just a couple of changes, and I'll go over those in just a moment. So we were running Instant Fusion and of course Panzer Dragon. This time we're going to be swapping out to Change of Hearts. Now the thought process there really is it's another means to get to Nova and Infinity. So there's a lot of level 5s that we might end up with in the hand here first turn. For example, we could have, say, at least 1 copy of Cyber Dragon and at least 1 Galaxy Soldier, right? So we could special the Cyber Dragon because they'll likely have played monsters on the field in the first turn. Change of Heart something on their board which does removal, and then we can summon another level 5 from our hand to go Nova and then Infinity. So it's a similar play as Instant Fusion, but of course it's serving a purpose as a removal tool as well, so I think it's just a little bit more appropriate in the deck. So the extra deck, we have of course 1 copy of Infinity, 2 Nova, 2 Cyber End. On this occasion we've popped another Cyber End over the Panzer Dragon from the Bride deck list, 2 Rampage, 2 copies of Mega Fleet, 1 Fortress, 1 Cyber Twin, Seeger, Salamangreat Armorage, Relinquished Anima, and Clifford Genius. Again, Clifford Genius, bit of a weird one, but it is technically doable with Machine Dupe. Link Karibo there is a possible inclusion as well, maybe instead of the Cyber End. It's a 3 material card, it's unlikely that you'll be summoning it out twice, but it's really there in case you get something milled from the extra deck. It kind of is something that you want to make sure you have access to, right? So let's talk about the side deck this time. We're running 2 copies of Effect Veiler. It's just a great generic card, and 2 copies of Crow. So this deck's got a lot of removal, but if there is something that it can't remove, you do need a way to do that, and that's kind of why these are in here. You'd side those in. Ghost Ogre as well, similar. Probably put it over the Ash if Ash isn't serving the purpose that you need it to. Cyclone, again, limited back row removal. Really, we only have Duster Rampage Dragon, and Overflow. Book of Moon and Solemn Judgment, they're there for your go first cards if you know that your opponent isn't going to let you play go second in the subsequent games. So as always, let's hop on over to Master Duel and see how it is that the deck actually plays. Here we've already set up with Core to search Realm. Next, discard Cyber Dragon, summon Cyber Dragon. Realm, search Chimera. Normal Chimera. Swap Rev System for Power Bond. Power Bond gets us into Rampage. Rampage 3 mats, so we can bin 3 cards on the back row, and we shield it there by chaining hers. Bomb the back row. Link 2. Cyber Dragon Seeger. Rampage effect, discard 2, can attack 3 times, and they know it's game over there. We've got 18,000 to go for game. So guys, cheers for watching. Do leave a like and subscribe on the channel. Check out my other videos and stay tuned for more Yu-Gi-Oh content. Peace.